Public Health has released the number of confirmed cases now in the city, and it's 628. 65 of those people are hospitalized, 33 of those are in ICU. 25% of the cases are community spread, and there have now been 8 deaths. There have been 43 other people diagnosed with COVID-19 who have recovered from their illness. Now, Mayor John Tory announcing today that all city-led major events, festivals, conferences, and cultural programs have been canceled until June 30th. Major news. That includes the Pride Parade and other major events organized by external groups that require permits in city centers, squares, parks, and public spaces, including road closures that go along with it.
I know that these measures are hard. Festivals and events are treasured moments in neighbourhoods across the city. But the sooner we heed the advice of our medical experts on a consistent and sustained basis, the sooner we can get back to the things that we all enjoy and love. If getting back jobs and incomes and festivals and sporting events and concerts is something that you are really looking forward to, then the closer we follow the direction of the Medical Officer of Health, the sooner that we will get all of those things back.
The city announcing today that 4 emergency licensed childcare centers for essential and critical service workers have now been opened. However, the new service has been overwhelmed with requests by families looking for help. 487 families, representing more than 700 children, have now applied. Just 100 children were placed as of this morning. Each center can only accommodate 30 children at a time.
The demand has been high, and we're continuing to monitor. We've only opened the application on the weekend, so we have an idea of what the trends are, but we want to give it a few more days. Once we are fully aware of the demand, we do have plans to expand to additional licensed childcare centres, but very closely following the direction from Toronto Public Health.
Word today that more than 500 Toronto Police Service employees, both officers and civilians, have been in self-isolation since the outbreak began. That includes 5 people that have tested positive with the virus. The president of the Toronto Police Union says he's not panicking, but he does want to make sure his members have the proper protection when needed.
This is unprecedented times, and we're concerned about, obviously contact and our members coming in contact with this virus. Mark, this is evolving all the time, and we have to be able to react to that, and we have to be able to keep the people who are on the front line safe, who are in the front line of this crisis, and that's what we're doing, making sure our members are protected and safe while doing this difficult job.
We also want to tell you about a new poll out this morning suggesting a vast majority of Canadians would support stricter actions to enforce measures put in place for preventing the spread of COVID-19. 92% of 1,590 adults surveyed said they'd agree with police being authorized to fine people, which Toronto is now doing. 82% think police arresting those disrespecting the rules would be okay. 97% are practicing social distancing, 95% of people are washing their hands more than normal, and 94% are only going out for necessities. Now, coming up in the program, we're also going to be breaking down some of the case numbers throughout the GTA, much like we did last night, and we'll be checking in with Mississauga Mayor Bonnie Crombie about what is being done there as well. The number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in the Greater Toronto-Hamilton area is climbing, and it's making it the epicenter of all the cases in Ontario. In addition to the 628 confirmed cases now in Toronto, there is that many more outside the city. Let's have a look at this map right now. In Hamilton, there are now 101 confirmed cases, 59 in Halton region. Peel has seen the number increase to 277. There are 247 cases in York region, and Durham now has 111 people who have tested positive for the virus. Now, those numbers include 154 in Mississauga, where there has been an aggressive response to the outbreak. The West End City closed city-run park facilities and playgrounds a week before Toronto did. City Council also threatened to fine non-essential businesses for remaining open during the province-wide shutdown. Mississauga Mayor Bonnie Crombie was on Breakfast Television this morning pressing for stricter enforcement.
We're trying to keep our policies uniform right across the GTA, so we will likely impose those measures as well. We do have $5,000 fines for small businesses that are non-essential that continue to open. We've not yet imposed fines on residents, but it's certainly something that our team will consider. We are sending out our bylaw enforcement to enforce those areas to ensure that people aren't gathering around them. I know the Premier has said only 5 people should gather, and I hope very seriously he brings that number down to 2.
Some breaking news tonight out of Mississauga. Actually, we have now heard that at Credit Valley Hospital, there is an outbreak of COVID-19. Trillium Health Partners said this afternoon that 4 patients out of an inpatient unit have now contracted the virus, and so they now have declared an outbreak.